Hello and welcome back to Watercat Gaming, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas in Old World Blues. We are going to be finishing pretty much everything today, and I'm pretty excited. You see, while I was gone, I went ahead and got some things done like I did last time before I started, because I think that does save some time when it's something that's not interesting. I got myself stocked on food from Higgs Village and made sure I picked up things from there. I ran back to the Cuckoo's Nest and got some proton throwing axes, and there were some fights in between, which means I got more things, which means I have the caps, and then some, actually, to finally get stealth suit fixed. Yay! It only took the whole time I was in Old World Blues. I am really, failing at my skills here. But that's okay. Never done a playthrough before, and I just thank you guys so much for staying with me through this fun experience, and I'm glad that I have somebody to experience it with, so thank you so much. Alright, well, today, like I said, we will be getting to Mobius, but we do have two things that we will go ahead and do. Actually, one, I did go to the Signal Hills transmitter, and it had a upgrade for a Lear, and it had, I don't know if everyone else says Lear. Does everybody else say L-A-E-R? I say Lear. But it's a special Lear. It is Elijah's, so it also gave me an upgrade I can buy in the sink. But it was on top of the transmitter thing, don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead and show you that while I'm talking now, hopefully, so you understand what I'm talking about. That means that we only have one more thing here, and it looks like it's in the hexagonal forest somewhat. Kind of outside of it. Are there two hexagonal forests? No, it's the same one. That's good. Okay, well, at least we've been in that area somewhat before, so I'm going to be going right here and hopefully surviving to here. We'll see. It looks like there's a path between the buildings to get there. But Night Stalkers. Oh, Night Stalkers. Either way, I think we'll go ahead and get going on that. And then, when I get back, I have the money for Stealth Suit, but let's not get Stealth Suit beat up. Alright, not gonna lie. I died that way because of scorpions, so I'm gonna come this way, and hopefully I can, sneak up the scorpions, because they're about here. Okay, I'm in caution, but hoping that the innovative toxins plant is not a bad way to go. I'm being shot at. It looks like whatever was shooting at me might... Okay, there is some in front of me and behind me. Okay. Tell me I can jump over this. Come on. Okay. Okay, still in danger. I think it cut off the direction from whatever that was, though. Oh, I don't know what it is, but I'm out of here. You are the least of my problems, Night Stalker. Oh, well, there's more of you, and you will be the most of it in a minute. But whatever that was spitting fire at me, so... This isn't working. This isn't working on them. Okay. That's fine. I'm sorry. Either way, I'm doing better than when the scorpions were. Oh my god. I named that one episode Night Stalker Nightmare, but I'm having another one. I don't hear them. Okay. Yeah, I cowered it out. But guess what? I'm gonna live. Alright. I'm gonna live. That's another tunnel? Okay. Into the other tunnel I go then. Big Mountain West Tunnel. And a duffel bag. With a siege gauge assembly. I'll sell it. We have room to just pick junk up now. Okay.
Do not be alarmed. Order will be restored soon.
Maybe I should have just gone after him, but I was ready to. Okay, I don't know if he's gonna explode, so let's get back. Looks like there's... Yeah, okay, there's two doors. Let's turn the flashlight on so I can see. Okay, just gotta jump over the curb for some reason.
Attention. This is now a combat zone.
I see, it is.
Death if you remain in the area. This notice required by law.
Well, thank you for requiring that by law, I suppose. Okay, yeah, I was like, I'm not going to use my last VAT points for it unless I know to kill it. Because we do have Grim Reaper Sprint, so that'll fill him back up. It's so dark in here, you, like, thankfully see their lights, but... The custodian. Okay. He might be, a lot to deal with. Yeah, okay, I can only do those. It looks like it's fine. That was a critical. Oh, it was all the way critical because it exploded. Do we have anything good on him? Probably just scrap metal. Oh no, there's energy cells. Energy cells are good. Primer and power pack. And some saline green. I'm not sure what a primer and power pack is, but ayo. It's there. 5 rads. I could take some Rad-X. Help me a little bit. It's free healing. Well, we will be leaving here with full health thanks to the water. A little irradiated, but definitely healthy as far as things go. Oh, there is a normal Nuka Cola. Yay! I was about to say, I would definitely expect there to be more robots.
Order has been restored.
Oh! Kind of exploded between this time. Oh my. That was probably just the other way I went, I'm guessing. I don't really want to get lost in here. Do want to pick up what I can, though. Okay, there we go. It is another Lear mod. Auxiliary recharger chip. There's just a clipboard in that duffel bag? That's just silly. Alright, we can go ahead and upgrade that intelligence. And then, really there's nothing left to do but fix the suit and go meet Mobius. Now there are other things to do, but we don't have to leave Big Mountain immediately. So I'll get those done afterwards, because we pretty much have everything done that will help us as far as beating Mobius. Oh!
Slight chance of seeing dispersal from botanical gardens predicted.
Well, I wanted to fast travel out of here, but I did forget that there was like a million Night Stalkers. And I know one thing that does work, thankfully, against Night Stalkers. Actually, it works against everything that gets in my way that's too close. Oh! Never mind. How many were there? That was insane. In case you're wondering, yes, it did spawn me right until we're being attacked by a pack of dogs, so we're just gonna start this out as quick as we can. Snake dogs. Snake dogs, you know. Thanks, Boros. Thanks. I'm sorry. I know. What? What? Wait. It might be just as good if I walk along this track and get the freaking heck out of here. Woo! I see that mine. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna keep going. I don't know if this is a good idea. There's probably a million things noticing me right now. You know what, though? If I walk right around this... No, it still made it angry. That stinks. I was hoping something would come along and, you know, make it angry. Oh, okay. Whoa. All right. But we are... Are we hidden? Nope. No, we're not. Let's keep going. Wish I could have gone around that train. It would have taken me right to the front. Putting this up so I can walk faster. That's all. Okay. Should be good. Sometimes there's some around here. I think I've taken most of them out. Apparently not. We're okay, though. We're about to be back at the sink. Thank goodness. Gonna get ourselves healed. Can't touch me in there. Haha, lobotomized. Let's go ahead and get healed up.
You require some additional services?
Yes.
And rightly so, I should think. Alright then, let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Alright. Give ourselves the basic physical exam. Get ourselves all healed up. Then we're going to repair Stealth Suit. And then never abuse her again. Alrighty. Go ahead and repair her. Now let's see how that is. Okay. She's good. We will put her on when we go to Mobius. So that is good. Actually, we'll go ahead and put her on. She's gonna start talking to me again. There aren't any stim packs for her to continuously inject me with. So that's good, I do suppose. I'm gonna take out the extra food I put up.
All out of stim packs.
Hello. Still waiting for that seed.
Okay, I'd like to go ahead and process some plants, though, because I picked up some more plants other than just what's in the garden.
I love it when you talk like that. Let me just get that interface up and running for you.
Thank you! Alright, convert plant matter.
Is it getting there yet? Are you putting out my disney now?
Medex reserves empty.
I know. You're not gonna get to inject me with anything this time, Stealth Suit. Not right now.
Do you like me?
Yes, I like you. I really do. I just don't need you to inject me with stim packs all the time.
Bad guys dealt with.
Yes, there's nobody bad in... Oh my goodness, she's just cycling through. Woo! Intro to the Stealth Suit if you have not been with the Stealth Suit before on me. It looks like there are more upgrades, which I'm not surprised whatsoever. But the Z9 Crotalus DNA Preservation Lab, which makes sense because I remember messing with DNA at some point in there. Yeah. And then there's also the Pepsin A DNA Splicing Lab. Actually, that's probably where I was playing with the DNA. Probably not the Preservation Lab. But I do believe that they are related to doing something with the Night Stalker squeezings. So, I mean, there is something to be done there, but I don't think that we're going to do that. I think right now with what we're prepped for, we need to go take care of Mobius. Wow, there's a possibility I can take care of Mobius. This means we're going to go ahead and travel to the Forbidden Zone. I don't know how this will go. We're going to save first, don't worry. Mobius awaits. Let's go ahead and head there. It looks both beautiful and ominous at night, and it is ominous. So let's just get going. I know after seeing the giant stuff and all the stuff they've alluded to, what's going on. So now we're gonna go here because it's right next to it. I should have hidden, but I am hidden, so we're good. Okay. There will be some awaiting me here. I actually think I'm getting a sniper rifle here. Okay. He almost looks like he's sleeping.
Ready, steady, fighting.
As long as they stay a good distance for a minute. It's not seeming to affect them much, but I'm not gaining too much damage. Now we'll go ahead and switch to the sonic emitter. Its rate of fire needs to help me out a little more. Oh, no, no, no. I know you can't. I will eat in a minute. Thank you for being here, though, Stealth Suit. Probably why I was so stealthy up on them before. Oh no, it's gonna explode.
No more stim packs.
Or did it explode and I was just blind to it? Whatever. 20? No. I'm better off doing that and having a snack. But it better be a good snack, huh? Because, we have to keep a lot of the higher healing foods for when I get in here. Thank goodness.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
The valance doesn't seem to be healing. There we go. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I'm actually still healing from something else, though. It didn't say things wore off yet. But it shouldn't be too damaged. There should be more valances to find. And I think I do want to have another one. I think there's an even better one than this one, honestly. And it has like 2 halos. Alright. We've made it to the Forbidden Zone. I am still healing, so while I'm hidden, I'm just gonna heal and let that be. I will get back to you in a minute. I'm not going nowhere. Okay, I have finished healing. And everything's worn off. I'm gonna take a thing of Mentats. I'm not sure if I get to talk to Mobius, but almost everybody in here... Oh, Day Tripper. Okay, well, apparently I did die after getting it last time, so now we do have it. But it seems like when you talk to them, it's much better if you have Mentats. Okay, he wants me to also take Radix. Okay, then I'm guessing Rads. Oh my gosh, a working computer. Okay, X-42 Giant Robo Scorpion test log. The Saturnite armor plating on the Giant Robo Scorpion has exceeded expectations, mostly. While it's virtually impervious to small arms fire, the sonic emitter that Parsons brought in managed to fry several of the prototype's subsystems. We'll have to look into improved EMP shielding for the next prototype. On a more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is performing admirably. Some residual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharge. It may be necessary to requisition more radiation suits and meds as a precaution. Target drone effectiveness log. The constant improvements to the giant Robo Scorpion has rendered the Protectatron models we've been using as hostile communist forces, largely ineffective at this stage. They're a little more than distractions. Active target drones.
It looks like the target drones got activated. Oh, how cute. They're engaging the X-42 Giant Robo Scorpion. Let's see the shrapnel fly.
Let's see.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
I'm still hidden? Can we get some VATS in there then? Maybe? Just not an actual... There we go. I was like, I need chances. I'll take the best one I have. And it was not good. See, I want to stay hidden, but I'm afraid that... There we go. That's just not working from here. Oh my goodness. Yep, we're just too far out of range. Okay, computer. Backup generator log. The new atomic laser is putting incredible strain on the giant Robo Scorpion's generator. Damn thing shut down right in the middle of the weapons testing last week. I pushed for reducing the laser's output by 25%. Instead, they slapped a backup generator onto the Scorpion. Dangerous, if you ask me. The systems weren't designed to handle the power from 2 systems at once. And if some rookie tech fires up the backup generator too early, well, activate backup generator. Yes. Yes, do that. Mobius hasn't said anything yet. Oh no, go ahead, the security things. You don't seem to be hostile to me. I'm not even sure why it targeted you. I want that. Yes. No. Yes, that. Oh well. At least we're getting it down.
You're my best friend forever.
You're a very good friend of mine too. Okay, it looks like there's one I passed up here. I don't know if it reaches still. There's sadly no computer in here, but looks like there are some things. Sunset sarsaparilla, pre-war money. I was about to say, well, we can go through a million coffee cups with Muggy if I wish to later. Ooh, yes, a doctor's bag, thank you. They're just assuming my limbs are gonna be ruined, which is a great assumption. Alright, I don't really see a better way. Maybe if I go back this way, there will be more ways. I could be wrong, but it hasn't noticed me, so I'm not going to worry about it quite yet. I can start worrying here in a second when I'm really close. Oh my gosh, a stim pack. She's gonna just give that to me the second I can take it, even if I don't want it. Please don't give it to me now. Okay. I might be able to get a few shots on him while I'm hidden.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
I want to be careful, though. Only while he's distracted, if I can help it. Okay. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Okay. I don't know if that's another one or this one. I'm going up this one. No, okay, that was the first one where I was at.
Over.
I think. Don't want to miss any computers because it's definitely helping out. Okay, I see another one up there. All right. Nuka Cola. Let's get into this one. Oh, some Radex. Oh, it's buff out, actually, and a Sunset Sarsaparilla, though. I will take that. Okay, cool. We have to hack this one, but it's been a minute since I've had to hack anything, and I actually really enjoy hacking. All right, let's see what we have going on. We have a lot of EDs. So we gotta look farther than that. I see a lot of R's. So let's try converted. Four of them are good. It could be the RTED though, which doesn't really lead me to too many answers. We'll do recovered. It's the exact same amount. Yeah, that's a shame. Let's go ahead and do another guess though before I get any further looking for, you know, replenishments and such. Retreated. There we go. It looked like it had them all in there. Thank goodness. Oh, new target, X-42. All right. I did notice there were turrets. So now the turrets, there's one right there. Yes. Okay. Okay, and we have another computer. Okay, we're gonna have to actually go down there though. So we're heading back again. Should be distracted enough for me to get back down there. I'd like to turn my flashlight on, but I don't want him to notice me. He doesn't seem like he takes damage from that as much as gets distracted. Which is fine. I wish he wasn't looking kind of in this direction though. Because there is another computer.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
Looks like a good corner to be in, though.
This is a pre-recorded attack message indicating my desire to commit violence on you.
Okay, another computer. There's a medical clipboard. Because, you know, a lot of medical problems. I could see how that could happen. Oh, it's very hard? It's a shutdown terminal. Oh, yeah, that's something I can't do. Alright, that's okay. If this means that we have to fight him and I have no more computers. Nope. Try not to get killed by him going after other things, that would be nice. Ooh, recon armor. Okay, I'm right at the limit though. I can't really take anything right now. I don't think I could get him from here, sadly. Mobius Robo Scorpion. Okay. It's a calibration emitter. Okay, you have found a recalibration file for the sonic emitter. Take it to the jukebox in the sink to recalibrate the sonic emitter for new effects. So it'll be super OP when we leave, at least. As I say, can't keep picking up junk if it's not actually going to help me now. I don't know if it's another computer. Ooh, there's another door to it, though. It's another Lear. Do they really want me to take, like, seriously use that versus the sonic emitter? It doesn't make much sense. They're giving me lots of stuff for it, though. No, we go up to Elijah's. Okay, and it can't be maintained or fixed anymore, so I'm actually gonna drop this one for now. I can come back for it, I'm just not wasting my space. Yup. This looks like it's it. I don't know if this is a good corner to be in or what. But I think I can take him down now. He's not even noticed me. This has gone pretty well. Pretty well. Don't think it would have gone as well without stealth suit, though. Wouldn't have been stealthy through here. God, that last one's taking a lot. There we go. Is he... Yeah, I figured he'd explode. Goodness. Energy cell, another Lear, which I don't need. Why did I pick that up? Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Ooh, yes, another valence actuator. Okay, drop that Lear again, but go here and fix my valence actuator. Or can I maintain it with that one? No, it's because it's broken. Yeah! Better. I passed the doorway, but I knew that it was much more important to pay attention to the scorpion than get killed trying to get in a doorway. So now we will go to the doorway. And ask Mobius, like, are you okay, man? Like, what the heck is going on in this crazy place? Y'all are heads in jars. What? Or not even heads in jars. You are brains in tanks. Perhaps they long for their humanity. So, it's exactly like inside the think tank, except green. I do like green. I expected it to be red, but I like green. Oh, he probably used the smart lights, and they're using the other lights, because they all can't agree on anything. Mobius has his own globe? I'm taking that. Oh! Hi. What's up?
Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
Well, if it's like everybody else's name here, it never does. You aren't exactly what I was expecting. You're actually very nice. You're being quite nice about me being in your home. And you remind me kind of probably what would happen to Rex if I didn't fix his brain and he could talk.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Well, why do you take my brain? You did say that it got to you and that you've kept it for a reason.
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Well, that's really funny because you kind of are. But why is that a problem? Like, does nobody else's brain just go right back?
I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. I have very good reasons for almost everything I do. Even if I forget them occasionally. Although I feel this one is especially important. Oh, well.
So if I was, a synth like I talked about a few times ago, like how strange it is about the Courier being able to do that, he would know. He can't remember anything after he learns it. Okay, well, I'd like to leave, though, at some point, so I think I need my brain for that.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
Oh, that's good. I was curious about some things, though, since I'm here.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
That happens. Alright, well, I wish I could fix your brain for you. I don't have the repair for that. But you don't seem aggressive. Why is it you're broadcasting threats to the think tank, then?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Okay, so you're just chilling here doing drugs? I think that really can't be good for your brain. I mean, other than the fact that there's nobody here to maintain you guys. Well, I'll see if there's anything else I'm curious about, but I really need my brain to get going. I don't think I can fix your face monitor until then.
I find things curious as well. Go on.
Well, I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Okay, well, I'll give a talk to my brain. I guess that it's better than the usual ways of talking to myself, but that does bring up questions about you guys. Is that why, when we put your brains in the jars, you became so disconnected? Not just because you miss your bodies, or because it's strange, or because the biogel is degrading, but is it because our brains, or at least in this Fallout universe, are not us? Alright, well, it's time for me to go. It was great meeting you, and maybe I'll come visit you sometime, Mobius. I hope you do okay. Take care of yourself.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat, then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Not what you'd expect, huh? I don't think anything here is. Oh, am I over encumbered like crazy? Brain? Are you okay in there?
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been? Crawling through bits of radioactive muck again?
Maybe. Why does my brain sound so masculine?
Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone.
Okay.
It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. I had to take what I could get.
That's okay. I wasn't judging you. I just thought it was really weird. I mean, I have a low voice, but not that low, is it? Oh well. So, you're my brain.
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Okay, I would ask why my brain's being a dick, but that's what brains do to you. They're not nice. There is no need to be sarcastic, meaning your brain is a slightly odd event. I mean, have we ever met before in this way? No.
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you?
Actually, I don't know. Does the autodoc bathe me? Yes, because running around a crater full of bizarre science experiments, hygiene is my top priority.
Well, I see sarcasm hasn't eluded you. Fine, perhaps now isn't the best time, but it's the principle of the thing.
It's not like you ever need cleaned. Listen, you're my brain, so you better be a little bit more respectful to me.
Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid.
Brain, you spelled dungeon wrong. No, okay, fine. Why are you being such a dick? Because it's gonna make me ask.
Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Hey, that's what the revenge was about. Do you think I just, somehow threw Benny into the ceiling for my own entertainment? Yeah, but, I mean, was there anything else to do? I don't even think we know what happened before we got shot in the head. So, yes, of course you're responsible. You're my brain, unless Doc Mitchell put the wrong one in. Uh-oh.
I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are.
Okay, but you're the source of most of these glands, so unless you're arguing that my thyroid is to blame here...
Well, look, it's all a very complex system of biofeedback and other things I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Admit it, you're just as glandular as me.
Oh, all right. Perhaps I am, but at least I'm logical about it.
Yes, and I respect that. Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back in my head. I mean, you're just sitting here, you don't even have anything to, look at.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
But what about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek and the smell of food? Love? Maybe we can finally retire and, have a life sometime. I mean, aren't the good things worth it?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
I am aware that I'm talking meat. But isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking my hormones right now?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think what you think. Or the way you think. Which is weird, because I don't know how I'm thinking anymore.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think that we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated. And trust me, I'm pretty sure there are times I haven't taken you with me, but I think this is where we're coming down to in this playthrough.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Would you like to go on more wild adventures with me and all of my subscribers?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Okay, well, I'll ask. I was actually more concerned that you were going to say that I had to take all of my organs back, because I kind of like not having some of them. But, they did promise to put me back together, didn't they? I guess that's, the best we can do, you know?
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
I get what you're saying, but I really don't think that they can do that. Oh well. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with my speech option and continue that, so you're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
Well, if the think tank won't hold up their bargains, we'll make them. Let's go. Besides, I mean, if all they want to do is get out, it's not going to help them anymore if I just run about here forever making their scientific experiments annoying. I just don't think they'll want me around more than they have to. So let's go ahead and check, okay? Does that sound good to you?
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
I kind of like Klein. I'm not going to do anything to him anyway. They're all pretty nice. They were just very confused by the fact that Mobius was like, yeah, I'm going to get you. Okay, well, since we have this level up going, we have 16 skill points. Where do I want them in the magical world that we have? Woo! Oh man, level 32. Well, I'm gonna bring science up into the range of everything else, because not being able to hack some things is gonna probably be an issue. And lockpick actually wasn't helping as high in the 70 either, because it's still not enough to open hard locks. I'm gonna go ahead and bring energy weapons up and repair. That leaves us one to throw into speech, just to make it even. So like I said, I can slowly get it a little more OP, but I think that this will help out. That stuff isn't low now, and then I can buff everything else up that I want to around it, and I think we're good. So let's go ahead and get on to perks, which is always the hard part. So let's read through some things and figure out what we want. I think we're going to take Ninja. The Ninja perk grants you the power of the fabled Shadow Warriors. When attacking with either melee or unarmed, you gain a plus 15% chance on every strike. Sneak attack criticals do 25% more damage than normal. Yes, I am into that, because I am into melee weapons, and we've been trying to get stealthy. Alright, brain. Oh yeah, we gotta take some stuff out of my inventory. No reason not to look around before we leave, though.
I do so love integers.
Oh my god, Mobius! I know you like mint hats, but... This is a problem, dude. We won't need any more mint hats all game, and I can sell probably most of these. Oh my goodness. I guess we'll definitely take some before we go talk to the think tank. Man, this reminds me of my first playthrough ever. I loved mint hats. I would take a mint hat almost before everything. But now I see Mobius, and I'm glad I don't do that. Because, yeah, not worth the addiction. Yeah, get rid of the cards and cigarettes. Oh man, so many mint hats. Wow. Oh, fixing things. Well, I have my brain, and I have finished gathering things. I suppose it is time to go back to the think tank brains, and hopefully they won't be too mad at me. Okay, once I go into the think tank, I am gonna actually go ahead and take my mint hats and try to finish some of the quests that are right here on the same wavelength, and he came and he went, and coming out of Rochelle. I think I can actually do them after I talk to them, but, you know, I am risking talking to them in general, and I think I can do them before, even though they're not happy with me. So let's get in there. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. See, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, and they got red on, because there's no pacification field. Alright, well, before I do all that, let's go ahead and take some of these mint hats. That helps pretty much with everything when I talk to them. And it also should raise my perception for the thing to do with Dala. So let's talk to Dala first, because her thing is kind of creepy.
You should really see, Dr. Klein. We're all awaiting the results of your experiment.
Yes, I know, but I can't help but notice your fascination with the human body.
What? Nonsense.
Closes eyelids, breathes deeply, then stretches languidly.
What? What are you doing?
Stretching languidly. Okay, turns and coughs roughly, then slowly scratches nose.
Stop it. Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
I don't even think it's wrong, but it feels wrong. Run your hands along the sides of your face, then exhale rapidly. Sigh.
Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Well, I mean, that, you know, you had a body once. I I don't know. The brains. I questioned them all now that I had to question my own. So why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at a human body. You, too, were once human. I could tell them they're a bunch of hypocrites, but let's not make them angry right now.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
Well, I suppose I can always just come back and breathe for you, Dala, if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly.
Will I also be sanitized? Like the gun? Because my brain said I needed a bath.
Purple, purple, ooh. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Purple.
I don't know. Oh, nope. Yep. The uncomfortable level rose.
Bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
I don't know what happened, but I don't feel good about it. Alright, well, we've spoken enough.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Okay, and to 8. This is 8, right? Yes. I will talk to him in a minute. I wanted to ask you about some code things. Oh man, so close. Can you give me a minute? I'll be going now. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't give me the sad monitors, man. I care about you. I care about you enough that I believe I have a science book. We're gonna use our science book. Is it a risk? Is it a bad idea? Maybe, but I would like to be able to do this. Let us communicate, 8. Let us communicate. Let us speak of code. And if that's Robco Termalink Protocol, doesn't that mean it could be hacked? If that's Termalink code, don't worry. I'm not going to take advantage of any of your exposed code. Alright, well, I'm glad that we could resolve that. And I really hope you can find out how to keep your Termalink code safe. Alright. Not a problem. I know what it's like to be experimented on. Okay. I'm gonna get going and go ahead and talk to Klein. Seems like he really wants to talk to me. Hopefully I can talk to him about he came and he went, which is the quest I'm guessing about the other Courier, but now I've learned that some other people have actually gotten to Big Mountain.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Okay, I found my brain. Oh man, can I not talk to Klein about it? Well, I hope I can afterwards. Let's really hope. Okay, well, I found my brain, and now you and I are gonna settle things. That's nothing bad. I just, you did take it out and you didn't ask me first.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things that we need to discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Oh, I forgot that you could pretend to be Mobius. I don't really want to do that, but I have, I believe. Okay, well, you think I killed Mobius.
Yes! Wait, you did, didn't you? You are lying. No, you are not. Your heartbeat, perspiration, all excessively confident and sure of yourself. Why would you reason with that maniac? He'll destroy us all! Flying tortoises?
Well, maybe you should confer with your colleagues on what we should do with this first. I've become pretty good friends with all of them at this point. I guess as far as you can be friends with brains in jars.
Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dalla?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dalla, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Fine. Are you sure we've calculated all the combat probabilities here? I mean, the lobotomite confronted Mobius. Plus, we haven't had a COMBAT drill in forever. I don't think we could form a tactical attack triangle if we wanted to.
Releasing the WOMBAT was not my plan, so get off my voice box.
Silencing opinionators.
There we go, 8 likes me.
Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery.
It's not even making noise now.
A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabularies for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting. Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction. If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here. This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets as nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here.
I never said that.
Instead of ending its life on the
But
table,
okay, go ahead.
we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like
That's one way to put it.
The finest of lab specimens. Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny. And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and z together like that. Nonsense. I count as 5. Like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist.
We're never getting past that, are we? Alright. Well, it sounds like your math is wrong, and the odds are against you. And, I'm sorry about that, but they are. They don't want to hurt me, and really, you can't, it wouldn't be good. Your experiments have already touched the Mojave enough. You don't need to take them there or experiment on it.
Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender.
Okay, I'm not going to. It's not a democracy. It's a research facility. And over half of your colleagues dispute your findings.
You dare use logic against me?
I do. Here's the deal. I'm not going to surrender. You are.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
How about I can bring the Mojave to you? You'll be safe. You'll still be able to do experiments. And hopefully less of them will leak out from here.
For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
I wasn't planning on it. I like you guys quite a bit. Okay, well, it says to leave the think tank, but we will do that in a moment. But also, we're going to talk to Klein because, like I said, I think I can do that other quest now.
Thank you for what you have done. The helping, that is. We like that.
I like to help.
I feel an odd emotion. Gratitude? Attitude? No, wait. Gratitude. That's it.
I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you and asked you some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Okay, well, I was thinking maybe it was the Courier that I know also had the platinum chip, but I think maybe it was Elijah. It's strange, though, because that still would have been part of the English language, if not part of other ones. It was still brought into it, so I'm not sure, and I don't know the name of the Courier, because I still haven't played Lonesome Rep, so we'll have to do that. But that's all for now, Klein. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yes, a most goodbye.
I'll be back. I'll come visit and stuff. There might be a few more things I'll do, but let's go ahead and go up to the think tank. Oh, not the think tank, the sink.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him over much. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The thing continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the Courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the Courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the Courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out Robo brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The Courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the Courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the Courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the Courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the Courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope, and hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the Courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the Courier had to walk alone.
A lonesome road. You've gained the big brain perk. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you, and you alone, between the wasteland and the Big Empty. To return to the Mojave or go back to the Big Empty from the Mojave, simply equip the Transportal Ponder as you would any weapon. That is such a weird word. Pull the trigger and away you'll go. Note that it will not work on interiors or in combat situations. It is totally incapable of harming your enemies. Alright, well that was great. There are still some things I can get. There's some more upgrades and all of that great stuff. But thank you so much for joining me and all of the fun personalities in the sink here. It has been a good time. It's kind of big. I always wanted to do this game, at least up until this part, and there are DLCs that I haven't done in this case, so, well, only Lonesome Road. But they did mention it, and we will be going there, which kind of makes me a little bit more, you know, confused. Were they talking about Elijah that came and went, or the Courier before me? Which makes me very interested. So once again, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go ahead and do my thing, and you can go do yours. And I hope that you will join us next time when we go back to the Mojave. Alright, I'll see you then. I hope that you have a great day.
Thank you for
watching
Watercat
Gaming. Meow.